The United Nations has condemned the United States strike on Iran's nuclear sites. UN Chief Antonio Guterres has gone on record to say this is a dangerous escalation in West Asia. The United Nations has said this escalation is a threat to international peace and security. Antonio Guterres, in a long statement posted on social media platform X, has said this could have catastrophic effect on civilians in the region, and the United States has called on all member states to de-escalate. The United Nations has said it is critical to avoid the spiral of chaos. There is no military solution, says Antonio Guterres. The United Nations says only path forward in this situation is diplomacy. Peace is the only hope going forward. That's the point that is being made by the UN Chief Antonio Guterres. And I quickly want to cut across and bring in India Today's Pranay Upadhyay for more on this. And Pranay, while Antonio Guterres is talking about peace, dialogue and diplomacy as the way forward, nowhere in the world does the UN look more weak and ineffective than today, with so many conflicts on, whether it's between Russia and Ukraine or Israel and Iran right now?
You're absolutely right, Gaurav. The UN as a system, as an institution, has miserably failed in last 3 years. We have witnessed that how Russia-Ukraine war has escalated, and UN miserably failed to contain that war and solve that issue. Also, Israel-Hamas conflict, and now the Iran-Israel conflict, and now US jumping into this conflict has multifold, implication as far as this conflict is concerned. But now I want to show you one interesting thing, because we have to see that the consequences of this conflict. If US joined this air campaign, and after these airstrikes carried out by the American Air Force in the Iranian area, and Iranian, especially targeting the Iranian nuclear facility sites, this is the live maritime traffic, and this is the spot which we all are looking at. This is the Strait of Hormuz. This is the live traffic. Currently, this is the situation. Around 20 to 30% of the global energy supply passed through this region. Also, there has been threat by the Houthis of Yemen to blockade this area, this strait, which is the Gulf of Aden. And this Gulf of Aden also, which links with the Suez Canal. So these are the two important energy routes around the Arabian Peninsula, and this is the region where Iran has threatened that they can put a blockade. Bandar Abbas is a naval base. Bandar Abbas has been hit by the Israeli Air Force in the recent strike, and also these are the regions we are looking at which can have conflict, further going forward, because if Iran decides to hit further, you see on this map here, Fordo facility is located here, and on this Fordo facility near Tehran, here is Qom, and Qom, after this Qom, here you have this Fordo facility, you have Tehran city, and if the conflict goes beyond borders, if the conflict goes to the other side of the Gulf of Persia, then Bahrain becomes a soft target for Iran to target, because Bahrain has American base, Qatar has American bases. Also, US has bases in Iraq, US has bases in Kuwait and United Arab Emirates. Here I want to point out one interesting thing here, that that Bushehr, which is situated here on the Iranian territory, and that to be on the coastline. We were talking about that Bushehr facility, Gaurav, that Bushehr remains intact. Bushehr has Russian scientists working there, because Iran built that facility with the help of the Russians, and Russian scientists are still working there. And if that facility is taken out, then there is a high chances of a nuclear spillover of a radioactive leakage, which can contaminate the Gulf of Oman or Gulf of Persia here. So this is not going to be a small thing. This is going to be a widespread conflict if Iran decides to hit on the other side, or if the Americans want to continue the airstrikes in this region and take out all the nuclear facilities of Iran.
Okay.